Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, people. As always, make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes. Make sure that you're leaving your comments in below. Make sure you're subscribing, man. Roll to 10K, people. You know what I mean? But listen, let's get into it, man. Chelsea won, Tottenham 0, and thank fuck we collected 3 points today, yeah? Thank fuck these lot were actually patterned at the back, yeah? Because going into this game, people, I was not confident. I had Andrew, I had so many people add saying, yo, it's just Tottenham, better people in the chat on Blue Diaries and that, oh, it's just Tottenham, we always beat these guys. And I'm sorry, people, Tottenham are shit. We're going to get into it because they were shit again today, right? But the team that scares me the most out of anyone in this league is Chels, bro, yeah? My own team terrifies me, bro, right? Because even though Jackson came back today and Palmer came back today and Madueke came back today, a lot of these guys were on poor form before they got injured, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of these guys help us play better. Of course they do, bro. And we need them. They're our key players. But I'm not going to delude myself into just having this fake confidence. I don't know, maybe because I go to a lot of games and I can just feel when the team feels off, right? I can just feel when the team are just on some delinquent bullshit, bro. Yeah? Young delinquents, like I call these lot. Yeah? I was on the phone to Roms the other day. Big up Roms. He was telling me, yeah, you man are going to smoke these, man. Probably 3-0, a couple goals and that. I said, bro, where you man getting all these goals from, bro? Yeah? Our conversion rate right now has been shocking. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely shocking, right? So when people were telling me these mad scorelines, I said, bro, I said 3-1 up first. And I said, you know what? We'll probably beat Spurs 2-1 because I just didn't trust us to have, you know, a great performance at the back. But I can't lie. A lot of people proved me wrong today, right? Starting from back to front. Chalobah today, bro. Fantastic game from him. Fantastic game from him. He was looking real mature today. He was looking like someone that's been around, you know what I mean? He knows his way around the Prem, right? In his duels, he was very aggressive, good in the air. You know, some of the clip balls, the ball that he played to Jackson, the first what, 45 seconds of the game, right? Jackson, to be fair to him, it was more of a 50-50 there. I've seen a few people trying to charge that to Jackson, but it was more of a 50-50 there, right? It comes off the defender, it hits the post, right? But he was looking sharp from the beginning. You know what I mean? He looked up for it, right? In that moment when there was a little bit of handbags with Cole when he was on the floor and whatnot, you saw Chalobah, bro, getting stuck in, yeah? And he's a church boy. I thought you were a holy boy, bro. You're trying to fight people, yeah? Maybe you're just holy on a Sunday, bro. You know what I'm saying? But today, he was fantastic. I can't lie. He was very, very good today, bro. You know what I mean? I thought Cucurella today at the back as well. I thought one-on-one defensively against Odegaard. Odegaard did nothing to him. You know what I mean? On the other side, Son, you're very predictable, bro. It's time for, you know, Saudi, maybe MLS. You know what I'm saying? Maybe go to a little Italy or something like that where the intensity is a little bit less. He didn't really give Gusto much to do. You know what I'm saying? Right? But in that first half, from back to front, the way it was building through the little pockets and whatnot, was Palmer playing in the left half space. You had Enzo in the right half space as well. We were finding ourselves in dangerous situations time and time again in that first half, right? You had Sancho that was getting on the ball a lot. And he was very, very frustrating today, you know? He had a few moments where he was playing his little underlapping passes that he plays to Cucurella and whatnot. He played a nice pass to Palmer, where Palmer whipped it across. Enzo nearly got something on it, but it was saved by Vicario, right? He did it again shortly after. Nothing really came from it. And he also had the shot, which Vicario had to save. Very good shot. You could see today he was trying to create some angles for himself to actually shoot. Because once again, Maresca came out, you know, in the presser and said, yo, I need Sancho to be shooting more, right? And this is the problem that I've got with Sancho. I've said this before, and he's actually said it himself, right? Sancho is not a bad finisher. The problem with him is he doesn't shoot enough. He's always trying to facilitate. That's what he's literally said himself, bro. At the start of the season, he likes to facilitate more than he likes to score. You know what I mean? So he needs to get that out of his mind, because right now, big man, you are on trial, yeah? You are on trial, bro. Because you were getting in some serious positions today to have better end product, and your end product majority of the game was quite poor, yeah? I like the little flicks here and there, the little flicks that he was playing to Cucurella and that in the box. It looked nice. But overall, bro, your end product could have been better today, yeah? You were very, very frustrated, you know what I mean? And I was actually calling for this guy to come off at some point to bring Madueke on, you know what I mean? Because in the second half, he kind of felt it off a little bit, right? But in the first half, we had some scrappy chances, bro. We had Neto whipping it into, like I said, to Sancho. Sancho had the chance. There was one cross that he whipped into Palmer. I don't know what it is about this team, yeah, and our timing on jumps. our timing on jumps is so poor, bro. I see Cole struggling to time his jumps, right? Palmer as well, bro. In the air sometimes he struggles to time his jumps. You know what I mean? I don't know if these guys do some heading practice, bro, but they fucking need it. You know what I mean? They fucking need it, bro. Right? We had a chance from Gusto outside the box. You had a chance that dropped to Jackson as well. That was a very difficult chance, to be fair. Right? So we had some chances in that first half to be at least one goal up. And if it was more clinical, it could have been even two. You know what I mean? But I was starting to panic at this point now because I'm looking at it thinking, bro, I've seen Chelsea perform like this in many games, right? And it feels like one of those games where even though Spurs are being sloppy, they're just giving us the ball. You know, it feels like they're playing with no intensity. I'll be honest, people. Spurs look like a team that are just done with Ange, right? The players look void of ideas. You know what I mean? Solanke today wasn't really even involved in the game. You know what I mean? I even forgot he was playing, bro, right? Son, like I said, finished. That midfield, just nothing in there. That team is absolutely finished. But even though they're finished, I just felt like we was going to get sucker punched at any moment, right? What these young delinquents like to do is to get sucker punched. And as soon as they get sucker punched, that's when you just see them bam, 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 bam. You know what I'm saying? And in the first few minutes, I was scared as well. How can I not mention this, bro? When I see Caicedo go down, rubbing his hamstring and whatnot, I'm thinking, no way, bro. Yeah? If Caicedo goes down, who the fuck have we got to play there? Reece? Yeah? My man, the guy that we bought, that's going to Strasbourg next season, he's not going to get trusted in there, blood. I'm looking at it like, we're fucked. You know what I mean? We're fucked. That's how I was kind of looking at it. So I was so happy to see man just shake it off. You know what I'm saying? You know these Ecuadorians, bro, they eat a lot of plantain and that. His legs are strong, bro. So you had to just shake it off quickly, and he kept it moving. And in that first half, I even saw Caicedo, bro. This guy was limping. He was semi-limping in that, but he was still getting involved in his duels. He still won the most duels in that first half, bro. Right? If I go read it right now in terms of what he did in that first half, it was ridiculous, bro. Right? Moises Caicedo won 7 duels in the first half and made more tackles than any other player in the first half against Tottenham. He also completed 100% of his 23 passes, bro. Yeah? 100% of those passes, bro. Ridiculous player. Ridiculous player, bro. We're so lucky to have this guy, bro. No one can ever convince me that Declan Rice is better than this guy, bro. Yeah? People love to run to this thing about, oh, you know, Rice is defensively is better than him. And I'm like, bro, Caicedo and Rice are both elite off the ball, right? You're splitting hairs right now if you're talking about them off the ball because Caicedo is our destroyer. He helps us win the ball back. And like I keep saying, he's even better as a box-to-box. You saw how we were counter-pressing today. We were not letting Spurs breathe, right? Off the ball, our shape today was fantastic, and he was one of the main reasons why. In the second half, especially when we scored our goal, I'll speak about the goal in a second, right? When we scored our goal, we were not letting Spurs trying to build from the front, bro. Palmer, Caicedo, all these man just pressing them, counter-pressing them. And that's exactly what we was doing at the start of the season, right? Off the ball, I thought we were fantastic today, yeah? But Caicedo, bro, even the goal that he scored, I know it was disallowed and whatnot, and that was a shocking decision as well because there was nothing clear in that decision. I don't even know what to put the line on. You know what I mean? Cole, it looked like he was in line with so many players there with their arm. I'm looking at Jed Spence. I'm looking at my man next to him. It looked like his arm was in line with them. And the way they just drew the line, it was kind of just like, oh, we can't really decide right now. But you know what? We don't want to get cooked. So let's just give it as offside, right? They should have given that as a goal, bro. Give the attacker the benefit of the doubt. Especially when a man just rasses it like that, bro. Yeah? Man rassed it against United. Man rassed it today as well. It flies in. And that's why I keep telling people, bro. When we move this guy further up, when you start a Santos behind him, you start a Sugo behind him, right? He is going to add more GA to his game. He's going to add more GA to his game, bro, because his weight of pass is fantastic. His finishing, like I said, yeah, we haven't seen much of his shooting, but this guy knows how to shoot. You know what I'm saying? Right? And he knows how to create as well. There's a nice little weighted pass he played to Palmer. He kind of got caught between behind his feet and whatnot, right? But this guy on the ball is quality, bro. And that's why I always tell people, bro, I wish Kante had Caicedo's passing range, because if he did, he'd be even better. You know what I mean? Kante probably covers ground better than Caicedo, but like I said, Caicedo on the ball is fantastic, bro. Fantastic modern day engine, modern day number 8, right? So I can't wait for next season, bro, because once again, we're seeing Lavia is injured, and now we're seeing Fofana as well, bro. You can't depend on these, man, blood. You know what I'm saying? We'll never kick on depending on these guys, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah? But I thought Caicedo today, like I said, I thought he was fantastic, right? And in the second half, The main thing that I was looking for was just to be a little bit more clinical because, again, like the first half, it was very clear to me that we looked like the team that was more likely to score. You see, Palmer today was a little bit better. I didn't think he was great, but he was a little bit better when he was on the ball, right? Puts in a nice cross on the left-hand side to Enzo. Enzo's box crashing this season, by the way. Fantastic. Yeah? Straight in the corner there because last season, I'm telling you, I was seeing this guy getting in similar situations and the ball was just flying over the bar. You know what I'm saying? The ball will just fly over the bar. He'll kick it or fly over. This season, bro, I'm seeing him sitting on what? 6 goals or something like that. Let me go check his GA right now, yeah? So Enzo is on 10 GA, 5 goals, 5 assists in the Prem. You know what I mean? That's not bad at all. He's improving his end product in front of goal, right? He's creating a lot of chances. And when this guy gets a striker in his team as well, bro, you're going to see his assists double or even triple. You know what I mean? Because this season, he's created one of the most chances in the league. You know what I'm saying? Out of everyone, out of all teams, him and Palmer are both in there, bro. Open play chances. You know what I'm saying? But I thought he was tidy today. The way he was getting in those little pockets, the way he was trying to run in behind, you know what I mean? His crossing as well is actually improving. It's getting better, right? We scored from the cross that he put in for Caicedo's goal. You know what I'm saying? And he's just a little bit. He feels like he's getting tidier in the tight areas when he's getting on the ball. You know what I mean? Because Enzo sometimes it looks a little bit heavy, but bro, I'm telling you, bro, I don't know what his missus is now cooking him because you know he left her. Now she's chefing him some nice food every night, bro. Making him trim down and that. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was good today, bro. Yeah. But again, like I said, for that goal that he scored, brilliant goal. You know. But in the second half, you know, you saw Spurs were trying to, you know, punch at us here and there. They had Son had the opportunity that he missed. Sanchez saved it. Saw obviously he tackled Caicedo. He fucking fouled Caicedo, right? And Sanchez, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. I know that goal was disallowed, but Jesus Christ, bro, that should be business as usual, right? I will say to people that your shot stopping ain't that bad, but there's times where he does some bozo shit with the shot stopping as well, bro. Yeah, that was a shocking save. Man just let it hit his arm. He like it hit his arm here, and it just went in. And when he does some bozo shit, he always does this look where he's just kind of looking around. And no one even looks at him anymore because they just know what to expect. You know what I mean? Get this Malteser out of there, bro, as soon as possible, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Neto, bro, today as well, I thought he was a little bit too jinky, just going inside, cutting back, trying to cross here and there. There's so many times I see so much space on the right-hand side. The only time I really saw anyone trying to attack that right-hand side was Noni when he came on, right? He didn't really do much when he came on, but I thought when he came on, there was one time where he tried to attack it on the outside, and I'm like, bro, Neto needs to do this more. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he was just average today, right? But it was very, very good in-game management from Maresca to read the game and see that Spurs were trying to come on top. You know what I'm saying? So what he did was he went to a back five. He brought on Tosin. You know, he brought on Dewsbury Hall, right? Shot off shot. Now you got 3 centre-backs on the pitch. You've got Reece James that's on the pitch as well to help us defensively. I thought it was good that he saw at the game like that. That's something that he could have done more this season, bro. So many games this season, he could have brought in an extra centre-back. There's no harm in that. It don't mean that you play a back five when you start the games, right? But in game, you have to do things like that, bro, to assure yourself and see out the game. Because you know, defensively, these men aren't the best. Colwell and Chalobah sometimes aren't the best. So put someone else next to them to help them, bro. And that's exactly what he did. And most of the time when he does that, we end up winning the game. He did it against West Ham. I'm pretty sure there's another game that he did that as well before. You know what I'm saying? But I thought today his in-game management was spot on. You know what I mean? Spot on, bro. Yeah? But right now, it's a massive, massive 3 points, bro, because, you know, we're right behind. Let's see where we are on the table right now. So we've gone back up to top 4 right now. So we're on 52 points. We're 5 points behind Nottingham Forest. Obviously, we've gone back above Man City as well. We need to start creating a bit of a gap, bruv. We need to start creating a bit of a gap, man. It was a must-win game. Let me even check who we've got next, yeah? So Chelsea, who have we got next, bruv? So we've got Brentford at the weekend on Sunday. We need to make sure that we win that game because after that, we've got I'm going to say easy game because we lost to them last time. Should have beaten them, to be fair. But we've got Ipswich after that at home. And then we've got Fulham, bro. So really and truly, we can actually secure top 5, top 4 this month, right? We win most of our games this month and make sure that we don't lose any more games, maybe just one game to finish off the season. We'll get top 5, bro. Teams around us are inconsistent the same way. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that we got the job done. You know, we need a better performance against Brentford because these guys are more clinical. They're more creative. You know, the likes of Mbuemo, Wisa. You know what I'm saying, right? I like Brentford Stadium as well, so I might even try and get a ticket to go. You know what I mean? But I'm just happy that we've come back with a W, man, because, yeah, I've been stressing about this game, not because of Spurs, but just because of Chelsea, bro. And I know how we are at times. You know what I'm saying? But listen, people, let me know what you thought of my thoughts. Let me know who your man of the match was. Like I said, for me, man of the match, who am I going to give man of the match to? I'm definitely giving it to Caicedo. Yeah. Top 3 performers for me, Caicedo. I'll probably say Caicedo, Enzo, and I'll probably say Chalobah. They're the top 3 performers for me today. Chalobah, I thought today was very, very good, bro. Very, very good. But next game, you can just see this guy going back to some bozo shit. That's the problem with him. You know what I mean? But in a bit, people. Bless. Love.